On a summer's afternoon 2,000 years ago, a mighty foreign fleet was massing out there in the Channel. They were Roman warships under the command of Julius Caesar. As his legionaries stormed ashore here at Deal Beach, they also entered the history books. The Romans had arrived in Britain. Julius Caesar might have been the first Roman to arrive here. In fact, his diary is considered to be the beginning of recorded British history. But he wasn't the man who built Roman Britain. That honour goes to the Emperor Claudius, who in 43 AD sent an invasion force of 40,000 men to finish the job that Caesar had started. See.
Hi there. That's a good
sight. Well, the first thing that jumps to mind is how on earth the Romans land here, because there's no water anywhere around.
You have to imagine that in Roman times, this flat plain of land that we can see extending 2 miles to the east was in fact open water. It's what we call the Wantsum Channel.
I see, so this was actually jutting out into the sea.
It was, and there were 2 spits of sandy gravel, really, that made this quite a calm lagoon. These pair of ditches that you can see behind us here are the earliest Roman remains yet found in Britain.
Wow. OK, so they come here, they get a toehold in Richborough, and what happens next?
They split into 3 sections. One section went down to the West Country, and the other 2 sections moved north to try and conquer the rest of Britain.
Within 40 years, they occupied almost the whole country. What was life like under the Romans? I mean, would it have been very different from before they'd arrived?
On a material level, yes. You have to imagine that a couple of generations before the Romans came here, your average British chieftain was living in a round house with a thatched roof, with an open fire, no running water. And a couple of generations after the Romans were here, your average British chieftain was living in a villa, reclining on a couch, drinking wine, eating olives, with running water and bathhouses.
Sounds like a pretty good exchange to me. Give up your freedom in return for central heating and good food. Britain was Roman for the next 360 years. But by the end of the 4th century AD, the empire was crumbling. And in 410, the last Roman legionaries departed these shores, but not without leaving their mark. The Romans left a huge and lasting legacy. Not only did they give us our name, Britannia, but they founded the city that would become our capital, Londinium. They gave us great architecture, new roads, and a new religion. The Roman invasion of Britain is one of the most important events in our history.